This show is brought to you in part by Jason's Deli on Wood Crossing in Greenville. Hey guys, I'm Joanne Johnson, the Motivational Chef, and this is Good Mood, Good Food. It's been a minute since we've been in the studio, and I am so pumped and excited. Today, we're making a honey balsamic glazed chicken that is done in 15 minutes or less. We have Arvie Bennett in the studio with us. You're going to love him. Of course, we have Aaron Michael from Whistle 100, and we're talking about making an impact. We'll see you in just a second. And we're back, and I have a wooden spoon. Now, Aaron, you're Italian.
Yes, ma'am.
You know what this means.
Oh.
Right? This is not good.
Not good,
this
usually.
Is not good. This was my mom's weapon of choice, or shall I say her what would we call it? Her spanking stick.
Yeah, never go in and say, hey, go get the wooden spoon. Like, oh.
No, it's kind of like somebody getting sent out to go get the switch. Make them pick it.
Exactly.
You got to pick it yourself.
Yep.
Okay. So listen, we're going to make a honey balsamic chicken.
Sounds
and before
amazing.
you and I get to talking and catching up, because we've not seen each other in a minute.
It's been a while.
It has been a while. Let's start our chicken because we know it's going to take a minute.
Yep.
So we've got some olive oil in our pan, and we've preheated, I say pan, a wok. One of my favorite things to cook with.
I've ever cooked in a wok, to be honest with you.
You know what? I do things other than Chinese food in the wok because it's so quick. It really gets things done. And we cut our chicken small enough because, you know, everything that we do has to be done in 15 minutes or less.
So helpful.
And this show's real deal. I mean, we're cooking straight through.
Yep.
And it's not like, oh, you know, voila, there it is. Well, sometimes if we make a casserole, I'm lying. If we make a casserole, but the prep time is 15 minutes.
Yeah, exactly.
So, any hoozle. So we've got some chicken, and this is a super easy recipe, and you can see what you've got in front of you.
Yep.
So we started with the olive oil.
Okay.
And then what do we have?
Balsamic vinegar, and we've got some honey, which looks really good honey, and of course our garlic.
Garlic, and a few spices,
yes,
and
ma'am.
some ground mustard.
Okay. Ooh.
But you and I were going to catch up because you had a morning.
Ooh, I had a morning. I've got 16-month-old twin boys, and one of them got a hold of a razor in our bathroom and sliced his thumb open, and so I was texting her like, I'm coming, I swear, my bathroom's covered in blood, I've got to go home and clean it, but it's been a stressful morning, but I'm excited to be here.
And you called your wife and you're like, don't even go in there till I get home.
Yeah, I was like, just let me clean it up and I'll take care of it. So,
it's like, we're all intact.
Yeah, everyone's good, he's at daycare, he's happy, so we're good to go.
I mean, he's a champ. You said he just stood there, was like,
he just stared at it like, what's going on? I'm like, I don't know what's going on, let me figure this out. So.
Kids are amazing. Aren't they amazing?
As long as you don't freak out, they don't freak out. I found that real fast this morning, but I just kept my calm. And
so I need to watch how you do that because I tend to freak out about everything. I'm not joking you. Like, Jeff will be like, he'll call me. Okay, first of all, be calm before I go. Okay, well, saying that's like telling somebody, you know, no, I can't do that.
Yep.
But I tend to get a little bit excited.
Yeah, and I'm the same way, but something this morning was telling me just be calm and get it taken care of because I had to do that, I guess.
Well, I love it. And we're going to talk this morning about having impact. And we were talking before we came on set about how a lot of time we don't think we're having impact.
Yeah.
I mean, have you noticed that in your own life?
I mean, honestly, from my radio show, some days it feels like you're just talking to yourself when obviously I know I'm talking to thousands of people, but I feel like that as a parent sometimes too, where I feel like I'm trying, and maybe I feel like I'm hitting a wall when in the other retrospect, my older son, is actually learning something and I don't realize it. So it feels like I'm not doing anything, I'm not having an impact, and then next day you're like, oh wow, he listened to what I said, you know, that type of deal.
You're making me think. It reminds me of my husband Jeff because we talk about, you know, that song, and you'll know who sings it. I don't. He thinks we're just fishing, or she.
Yep.
Who sings that one?
You put me on the spot.
Okay, you'll think of it later.
I'll think about it.
It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. But it's true, and I've been doing that with a couple of my kids. They think that you're just fishing, and you're bonding, and you're doing different things, and it's a teaching moment. And you don't realize the impact that you have, and that people are watching, and everything that we do, everything that we say. And I will tell you this, you know, there's so many examples, but there was one musician that was on the show, I want to say almost a year ago, and it was, you know, at the end of the show, I do a real quick motivational minute.
Yep.
And as we got to that minute, it is so cool to see what happens, because sometimes they have an impact on people, and people on this set have been in tears. They've been broken down. And I'm going, it's not me. I'm just the voice, you know. But in this one case, what happened was I did the point, and afterward, he messages me, the guitarist, and he said, listen, he goes, that motivational point touched me in such a way. He said that I hadn't talked to my parents in 6 months.
Oh,
and he goes, and I went home and I called them and I reconnected and began having a relationship with my parents again after 6 months. 2 weeks later, his dad died.
Oh my gosh.
No, I joke you not. His dad died. And so I sat there, and when I learned of this, I broke into tears, and I was like, you know what? We don't realize. So God gave him his dad back.
Yep.
He gave the dad the son back prior to that happening. And then he posted just a couple days ago on social media letting people know what happened. And it was during a time when he posted that to me on my wall that I was feeling like I don't make a difference. I'm not having an impact, right?
Yep.
And we do. And what we say actually matters.
Yeah. And God works in ways that you don't understand sometimes, and He has a timing for everything. It's amazing.
I'm serious.
Yeah, it's amazing.
And it floors me, and it humbles me, because it wasn't about me. I'm nothing but a mouthpiece.
Yeah.
If we let God use us, right, and we sit here and we say whatever. Like when I do these motivational minutes, people think that I prepare this stuff. I don't. I write a very loose skeleton, and I open my mouth. And God comes out, and He says what He wants to say, and He has the impact.
Yep.
Right? All right. We're going to take a break in a second, but look at, okay, so this is already almost cooked through.
You're not kidding. That wok really cooks it fast.
Everybody needs to invest in like 12 woks, right? Okay, so we're going to finish this up, and when we come back from the break, we're going to start adding some things back into this. I just kind of want to get it a little bit brown before, because I don't like mushy chicken. I like to get the golden on it.
Yep.
And let's just make sure these are flipped over. And I want to talk more about you and what you have going on.
Okay.
I should let you do something. How about that?
I can do that.
You do that. And that way I can keep my makeup intact too. That would be a cool thing. All right. Oh, and I forgot our potatoes. We're going to be adding our potatoes to that too.
Sounds good
okay.
to me.
Cool beans. All right. Let's see. Okay. I like it.
I like it.
It smells good. And we've got the salt and pepper. Let's add some onion powder.
Okay.
A lot of Okay, so this is
smelling amazing already.
It is smelling amazing. Can you add, let's do like 1/8 of a cup maybe?
Okay. You gonna help me with that? Because I am horrible at
No.
measure. No? Okay.
No? Okay, that's good.
Okay.
Okay.
Balsamic vinegar is one of my favorites.
I love it so much.
I love it.
And how about some honey?
Okay. You can do that. You tell me when on that.
Okay. Good. I think so. And you know one thing we forgot, being the Italians that we are?
Garlic.
Garlic. Can you believe that?
What do you think? Too much? Good?
Nah, that's not even enough. Are you kidding me?
Oh,
no.
All right, there we go.
Go for it. Yes.
Right.
Like that.
Just a little bit more there, right?
Okay. And we're going to add some red skin potatoes.
Okay.
All we did is dice them and microwave them. Okay, 3/4 of the way through.
I can work that microwave.
So that's how we're going to get it done, right? So quickly. And how about some spices? Some rosemary, sage, and thyme. And that makes us want to sing a little bit.
Yep.
Just like this. I'm loving this. This is...
It's smelling
Yeah,
so
I love
good
the fact that it's such a quick dish.
Yeah. Because, families, baseball practice now, work schedule's crazy. You need the quick dishes that you can get home and cook. And
that's for real.
Yep.
And let's just add a little bit more of the vinegar. Because, I tend to do a lot of stuff. A lot. And would you believe that this thing is done?
Gosh, it smells amazing, too. I never thought I'd put honey and balsamic vinegar together.
I know. Well, it's going to balance out the tartness. Okay, like this. But the only reason I added more is to try to get it on these potatoes.
Gotcha. That makes sense.
And you know what I was thinking? We added some sea salt, some onion powder, some garlic, some black pepper, and let's add our Dijon mustard.
Okay.
You want to do that?
Yep.
And I think try half of that at first, and then we'll see where we are. I love this stone ground mustard. That's
my
good.
favorite on like a good salami sandwich.
Oh, yeah, man.
Oh, man. Let me ask you a question. You got Himalaya salt over there. I see people cooking with that a lot. What's the difference between Himalaya salt and sea salt and regular salt? What's the difference?
Okay. Well, the Himalayan, and I use this on pretty much everything.
Okay.
It does not raise your blood pressure the way that iodized salt does. It's very, very good for your thyroid and your adrenals. It's just an amazing salt. And I will tell you this, though, it's a little stronger than regular salt.
Okay. So
but you will see your blood pressure go down and stuff by just switching your salts.
Really?
Yeah, it's amazing.
I probably need that.
I mean, with our stress level, you know. Not to say that we don't love our jobs, but
there's
and our kids. But and I've got teenagers.
Ooh, well, I'm scared of those years. I'm gonna be honest with you.
Yeah, I've got 2 that are learning to drive.
Oh.
And I've
got that brake on your side of the car yet?
Right. And can I tell you that Jeff lets me go out with him? Not him, me.
Yeah, I took my niece out driving one time. We got about a mile down the road. I was like, that's good. Let's go home. We're good.
Yeah. So Jeff took her. Jeff took one of them out, and she went right through a red light. And I mean, he came back. He's white as a ghost. And I mean, he needs Himalayan sea salt now. So because he was like, you know what? She almost killed me. No, he didn't. He handles things a lot better than I do. That man has no stress. I mean, people go, oh, we have 4 daughters. And they're like, oh, poor Jeff, nothing. Do you understand how pampered the man is? Okay? But he'll lie. He'll tell you, oh, yeah, it's awful. It's not awful. All right. So this is smelling, I'm gonna say fantastic and amazing.
Yeah, no, it smells amazing.
But let's talk more about the impact, because we carried on with our conversation when you guys were gone. But we talked amongst ourselves, you know.
Well, it brought me back to remembering, when I was a kid, my dad was a helicopter pilot, he was a missionary, and he flew medical supplies throughout Africa. And when he was home, he'd always have me help him with the helicopter. And when I was a kid, I hated that. I was like, well, this is boring. I want to go do something else. And now that I'm a homeowner and I've got my son and I got a truck that I like working on, I have him help me with it. And I realized, wow, Dad actually taught me a lot more than I ever thought. And and so when you're talking about making an impact, the smallest things can make an impact. I'm like, even just coming home from school and having my son help me get stuff out of the car. It may seem like the most trivial thing, but to him, it's, hey, I'm helping Dad out. And I'm like, man, I don't realize what kind of impact you have on just your kids, and let alone people that listen to my radio show. If I just share one piece of good news versus talking about something negative in the news, maybe that brightens someone's day or makes them smile. It's incredible how small something can do to make an impact on someone's life.
Well, and I think we need to say something about that too. Can I get you to put this out?
Yep, I sure can.
Because you're not wearing all the makeup and the fake eyelashes and stuff. I'll hold it like that and pretend like I have purpose. Yes, with your listeners, with the viewers, and I had a lady call in, and this is not like the hey, check Joanne show out, but this woman called me this one day, and she watches the morning ministry show, because I have a morning show as well.
Yep.
And she called me this one day, and she said, listen, I'm going to be dead in 3 days. This is no lie. And she was like, I need to make sure that you pray for me. I need to talk to you. And I'm sitting here like, you want to talk about on the floor and humbled.
Yeah.
And like, who am I? Why are you calling me? But you don't, I was like, no one watches that show. Nobody cares. People care, you guys. They're listening to you. They're watching you. And again, this is not to put the focus on me. This is to put the focus on God and the focus on everybody. That I know that sometimes you feel like I don't make a difference and I don't have a purpose and I don't know. But you do. Just as your radio viewers, they tune in. Maybe they're in a bad mood, they're sad, whatever it is, and they're tuning in to listen to what you have to say.
I do a thing every day called What's Good, where I have people call in and tell me some good news, and that's how I give my tickets away. But I figure, good news. And I had a gentleman stop me in the store one day and say, my son and he gets bullied a lot in school, his dad said, and they're trying to work with the teachers. But he said the thing they like doing when they get in the car after the long day, they talk about how his day was, and then they listen for the good news so they have something to smile about. I was like, who would have thought a simple segment? Yeah.
And I know that's what I'm saying. And you may think it's simple, and you may think it doesn't make a difference. But look, we're here to tell you it's absolutely true.
Yeah.
All right, we're going to come back. Your fork in hand. We're going to take a
go.
quick break. All right, when we get back, we're going to see if this is any good, and we're going to hear from Arvie Bennett. why they let us come here.
I know, I'm making a mess. I'm sorry.
Look. Okay, but as long as the chicken dish is good.
So
don't die. Okay, take a bite, right?
Let's do it. It smells and looks amazing.
What excites me about it, again, is how quick it was. So he can go home and he can make it for his wife and look like a rock star. So again, so the honey, the balsamic, right? Some garlic, little rosemary, thyme, sage, some sea salt, black pepper, or you can use Himalayan. I was over here bragging on Himalayan. I use sea salt. What?
Wow.
And some onion powder.
It all mixes together amazingly. I don't know how to describe it. Oh my gosh.
The only thing we're missing is if you threw like a little roasted asparagus next to it. Now you know. So throw your cookie sheet out, some parchment, put just your asparagus, line it up, a little bit of olive oil, and some Cavenders, okay? I need to call them to sponsor the show. But anyway, no, and that's all you have to do.
Really?
Oh my gosh, and it is so good.
Simple, too. Again, simple.
It's the only way my kids will eat asparagus, you know? But something like that, a nice green would go nicely against that. I'm excited about it, and I'm super glad that you were here. And I hate that your sweetheart, your little baby,
I know.
that he had that.
Poor thumb.
I know, but you know, you learned that you had skills.
Yep, stuff I didn't know I could do. Yep.
Talking about impact, I kind of want to taste that myself, but I don't do carbs. But I could taste some chicken.
Oh, you got to taste the chicken at least. It's really
Is
good.
it?
Yeah,
it's amazing.
It's very good. Yes, ma'am.
All right, so you guys make this. Get the recipe off of the website, JoanneJohnsonMedia.com. I wanted to thank Aaron Michael from Whistle 100 for coming today. I also want to thank Jason's Deli in Greenville. They provided craft services for all of our crew today. We're very grateful to them. You guys need to go, and they do catering. They do all kinds of stuff. Their food is amazing. So please go take care of that. And we're going to get to hear from Arvie Bennett in just a couple minutes. But I wanted to just talk briefly again. You know, I have to hit those points home. You know how I am. Talking about having impact. And we shared some stories. And I know that all of you guys have stories as well. But there's some people, and this is kind of where I want to hit on today, people that are going to try to stop doing anything. They feel like, well, it's not making a difference. I don't know what my purpose is. If what I'm doing isn't mattering, if people aren't calling me, my phone lines, they aren't lighting up, I'm not getting the email, the Facebook praises, I mean, everybody's hitting my figurative and literal like button, whatever it is. And so you feel like, you know, maybe I just need to go ahead and quit this. Can I encourage you that no, you do not need to quit that. You never, ever know who you're having impact on. In fact, sometimes you're a catalyst. And what I mean by that is you're out here and you're sprinkling these seeds, right?
Yep.
So you're doing these different things, and you may not see the results of that right now, but you're planting seeds for people. And maybe what you're doing is going to help somebody else to get ahead or to make a certain connection. Another point is when you come on this show, like our bands, we have DJs and bands and radio personalities. I have, over the past year and a half, watched everybody make all these wonderful connections, and they're giving each other jobs and gigs and all that. Meanwhile, can I get one? Okay, no, but it's happening, and it's so cool. And there in the beginning, I thought, why am I doing this? You know, what's going on? But now I'm starting to see all of this. So again, we're gonna get to Arvie, but let me just say this. I love you. Come back and see us next week. Please don't give up. Keep doing what you're doing. And make sure that you get with Arvie Bennett on Facebook and also on his website. And we'll have that information on our website as well, JoanneJohnsonMedia.com. Come back and see us next week. We love you.
I don't want to be lonely, but I like to be alone. Wide open spaces call me, but I still wanna have a home. I'm more afraid of what's inside me than I am of any man. I like to have it under control, but I rarely have a plan. I find a man too fast, regretting the next day. More than what's on the outside, more than what some people say. I'm just a cowboy trying to tame this wild horse inside. There are days I take the reins, days I let it ride. I'm just a cowboy trying to put down this old foolish pride. 'cause I know it's gonna kill me if I can't leave it behind. Just a cowboy trying to live with something I can't hide. A restless heart, a reckless way, and a rough rebel side. A restless heart, a reckless way, and a rough rebel side. Got a lot of folks who know me, but I don't have many friends. I can get along with anyone, but I rarely let them in. I'm more afraid of this crowd than taking the solitary stand. I like having it my own way, but I know I rarely can. See, I try to be a good man, but the bad man's always there. More than a cowboy hat, more than the dirty boots I wear. Just a cowboy trying to tame this wild horse inside. There are days I take the reins, days I let it ride. Just a cowboy trying to put down this old foolish pride. 'Cause I know it's gonna kill me if I can't leave it behind. Just a cowboy trying to live with something I can't hide. A restless heart, a reckless way, and a rough rebel side. A restless heart, a reckless way, and a rough rebel side.